So it all started because of curiosity of wanting to explore. Okay, so being an au pair, as I had already said in the previous videos, you get to have friends from all over the world. So I had a best friend, and she's from Colombia. So this other time she was like, well, I'm gonna go home, do you want to come with me? I was like, sure. Of course I want to come. I've never been to Colombia, so I was like, this is my chance, I get to go there. I already have a place to stay. I'm just gonna have to pay for my ticket and help out with things that need to be helped out when I'm there. And I saw it as an opportunity, and that's where it started. So we had then planned that we were gonna go at a certain date, and I was looking for tickets, trying to see how much the ticket will be, because I had to have a ticket to go and come back, as proof that I will come back. And that's what I did. I booked the ticket and did my research. I did my research. Trust me, I did. Even went a further step of calling Cultural Care, which is the agency that I'm in the United States with, to find out if it's legal for me to actually go to Colombia as a South African, to go to Colombia, because Google had said as a South African you don't need a visa in order to go there. Like your J1 visa and your DS 2019 and all the documents that you have in the United States will help you return back. They will actually help you, So I was like, oh, that's good. So I didn't really trust Google. So I called Cultural Care. I'm like, okay, I'm planning on going to Colombia with one of my friends, and I am from South Africa. Is it cool with you guys and the US government and the government in collection for me to go to Colombia and come back? They were like, yeah, you're good. When are you planning on going? I'm like, told them the date, and told them when I'm planning on coming back. So she said that, I still remember the name of the lady that helped me, but I'm not gonna disclose it here because I don't wanna put people in a certain category or whatnot. But yeah, she then sent me a DS 2019 that is signed for me to travel, and printed that out, got all my things together. And I think that was about 2 months before I actually had to go. So I was gathering my stuff, kept on doing my research on a daily basis to make sure that I'm not messing anything up, and then I told my host family as well that, okay, I'm gonna need that week as my vacation week, because I'm gonna be going to Colombia. They were like, yeah, that's cool, you can take that week as your vacation week. And and then came the time for me to go. I went to the airport. Oh, things started getting a bit icky when I got to the airport. And the airline that I was gonna take to Colombia had a stop in, I forgot the name of this place. Oh my gosh, I really forgot the name of the place, but I will link it down below. I will mention it down below as soon as I remember. Then I had to check in. The guy that was helping me was like, oh, he looked at my passport. He's like, oh, you from South Africa. Well, since you're from South Africa, people that are from South Africa and I think India. He named, those countries. He was like, they have to pay $1,000 in order to go into that country. Mind you, I am not going in that country. It's a stop that the airline decided to have. I was like, I don't have $1,000. Is there maybe another flight, or rather, is there maybe another flight that is going to be at another time that does not go there? It's like, oh, well, I can't help you. And then he walked away. And then he walked away. I was so pissed. And the thing with me, when I'm pissed, I cry. Tears run down my face. I cry. But I was like, I'm not gonna cry in front of people. I'm gonna have that respect for myself. I'm not gonna cry in front of people. I then was calling people, and because my friend had left earlier that day, she took one of my bags because the flight that she took, her host family paid for it. So she had the flight that allows her to have checked in bags. So she checked in my bag with her. And I only had my backpack with me because the flight that I took only allowed me to have carry-ons and personal items. So, so I was sitting there, like, confused. Like, what do I do now? The people from the airline cannot help me. So what now? Did my research, called my host mom, because I was like, I can't go. I can't go because these people are saying this and this and this. My host mom was like, because they had, on that day, I think it was a public holiday. I think it was Easter, if I'm not mistaken. So they had a family gathering. And she was like, I can't come right now. Like, I'm busy with the kids. And, the kids are kind of acting up because they're tired and all that. I'm like, oh, what do I do now? But I didn't really say that to her. Like, I understood. She was like, you know what? I'm going to send an Uber to come get you. I'm like, okay, cool. Thank you so much. Because first of all, she didn't have to. Because it was my personal time and me doing my personal things at my personal time. But she took the time, and she took me to the airport, by the way. She took me to the airport, and then she then booked the Uber for me to actually go home. So I was standing there at the airport waiting for the Uber. I kept on like wiping tears running down my face. I'm like, I don't know what to do. And then what happened? I'm sorry. And then as I was standing there, I then remembered to go inside and ask them as to, okay, so, and I even called my friend. She was on the flight, and apparently that flight also, it's the same airline, but because she's from Colombia, she doesn't have to pay. She answered my call. I told her what was happening, and then I think she suggested that I go to another airline, because so I went back inside and I asked the people from this stupid airline do all of their flights that go to Colombia have a stop in this stupid place. And they said yes. So right across them, I was like, okay, what do I do now? They said they couldn't help me. They don't know. And then they walked away. And then they walked away. And then I decided to then go right on the other side of the airport where American Airlines was. So I went to American Airlines, told them what was going on. They were like, we don't know about that. Like, that's a stupid rule, first of all. We don't know about that. But our airline does not stop there. You can come with us. Like, okay, cool. Like, do you guys have a flight for the next day? Oh, yeah, they were like, all their flights for that day were, oh no, I checked. And all the flights for that day were super expensive. So I was like, ugh, that's kind of crazy. So I checked for the next day. And for the next day, they were actually good prices. So I booked a flight for the next day. Oh, with that other airline, I couldn't get a refund. They did not state that when I was booking the flight, and they did not state it anywhere when I was booking the flight, and I didn't get a refund. So that money down the drain, gone. And then had to book a flight with American Airlines with more money, a return flight, because as I have already said at the beginning of the video, that I have to have a ticket to come back in order to show that I will be coming back. So yeah, I booked that, and the Uber came. When I got home, like, the family was there, like, worried about me as to what had happened. So I told them what the solution was, that I was going to go back the next day. And yeah, my husband was like, I won't be able to take you the next day, because I think they were going to go to church. So I was like, no, it's cool. So I called a friend to come pick me up and take me to the airport. And yeah, the friend did pick me up and take me to the airport, and got on the flight, went to Colombia. It was a long flight. But I met this other lady that she is originally from Colombia. She stays in Canada, and she stays and works there. She was telling me that her son that is in Colombia is studying, and hopefully when he's done studying, he's gonna go to the US as well, and all that. We were having a good conversation, and I was on the verge of learning my Spanish then. So I was doing Duolingo on the flight, and then she saw that, and she was also doing Duolingo. I'm like, oh, we're Duolingo buddies. So yeah, it was actually good. Got to Colombia. It was at night. No, I'm not. I'm lying. It was like probably around, like, at dawn. It was at dawn. Got to Colombia. That's where action started.